One, two, three, test one, two, three. All right. Hey, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a very good day here at today. Loki is saying hello. He wants a treat, but he's super excited about it. Yep. All right. But anyway, hopefully you guys are all having a good day here. A lot of news to talk about today. Really, guys, there's some movement with Bitcoin. It's still kind of bearish in the short term, but we'll be talking about that. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the hurricane here and what's going on with the news because we do have some CPI data coming out this week. So there's going to be some volatile moments or the conditions that will allow Bitcoin to be volatile. And I think that's why I'm going to try to trade the most this week. It'll really come down to CPI data, seeing if we can get a turnaround from that data and seeing if that's going to be the catalyst towards getting Bitcoin to break back out towards 70,000, 73,000 and so forth, really getting that weekly chart back on track here. So again, it's going to be a busy week. We're going to be talking a lot. We're going to be streaming a lot this week. I think I'm going to try to do on average of 2 streams a day. I don't know when the first stream will be, but I'll be trying to lock in streams for you guys 5 to 6 or 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 as far as the evening. I will not be covering CPI data because I don't want to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. That would just be berserk for me. But once the data comes out and I wake up at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock and I get my hair done and stuff, I'll be live and we'll be talking about that and we'll be looking at some different types of trade here. But for now, I think it's just important that you guys know this is going to be another volatile week. We've been having some good weeks, I would say, over the past month and a half here. Over the last few days, things have been kind of slow. I understand that, but I'll take some of those slow days, especially if it gives us some time to look at the data just a little bit more and figure out what's the best case for Bitcoin right now, especially as we try to buy or short. And right now, short term, I'm bearish. More medium term, I'm getting a little bit more bullish, and we'll be talking about that. So, hey, what up? Happy to see you, Max Power. I'm having a great day. A lot of work, but good day overall. I've unfortunately had to start looking for a new editor again. I got an editor. I was like, hey, make this video. He's like, I can do that. Then he's like, oh, I need more time. I need more time. I need more time. I need more time. So I'm looking for a new editor again, but I will get there eventually. But I'm going to make the videos a lot more simple. So hopefully a more simple editor can do the work for me there. And here, I'm happy to see my man, Mr. Mime, excuse me. Hope you're doing well. Very well. Actually, yeah, I'm doing well. I know today it's been kind of like, when you're tired, but you feel like you've accomplished some stuff. And I'm like, yeah, good time, right? And hey, Tim Dorlan, happy to see you, my man. I think I got an email from you. I will answer it when I get a chance. I was in Salt Lake City, so I couldn't really read it too much, but I think I got a gist of it. So I will hit you up. Math token, my first choice for this bull run. Let me know how it goes. There are so many tokens this bull run, and I'm really waiting for some juicy ones to kick off here. Meme tokens are definitely putting in the work this time around. Do I see 68,000 in October? I think we can definitely get back up to 68,000 to 70,000. What's been interesting is because everybody's been expecting us to have a massive bull run in October, I think they forget that when we look at monthly charts and we look at how much Bitcoin went up for the month, that number locks in at the end of the month, not the first week, not the second week, not the third week. So everybody's hoping that we're going to have all of that big move happening now when it most likely will happen in about 2 to 3 weeks time. Well, that's going to be 1 to 2 weeks time. And so I'm hoping that we'll get people a little bit more optimistic. I think everybody was just so excited because of how we ended off last month where everything was going good. We thought it might just continue, but of course it did not happen. We have been going down a little bit here. Let's see. Is the editor me? No. What do you call? I mean, I've done editing myself. The video I edited a few weeks ago for that Fed video, that was me editing it, and it did well. I want to offload. I want to have, I'll pay for more time for myself, basically. And I think I've been too demanding of the editors, I guess. But they say they can do it, and when I give them the footage and they still can't do it, I'm like, but yeah. So I'll figure it out here. I got a list of 5. I'm going to pay them each about $100. No, $50 each. $50 for 50 minutes, for 5 minutes of video, excuse me. And then I'll see how that goes here. That's a stressful point right there. That's a stressful point. But I hope you're doing well, Tim. And hey, Robert, happy to see you as well. So let's kind of get down into it, everybody. There's a lot of news going on here today. Oh, and before I forget, I don't know if the thing's going to be there. But we do have a new sponsor. We do have BYDFi. I'll be trading on them a little bit more over the next few weeks. You guys will see much more of them. I won't talk about them too much more now, but I just want to give you guys a heads up. You will see me trading on them a little bit more. And just, if you guys have any questions and things, that, as always, same old, same old, same old. All right. So first big thing here, not the most important thing, but I do think it's worth talking about. The hurricane that's going to be going through Florida right now, it is Hurricane Milton. This thing is moving quite a bit. It's supposed to hit as far as a category 3 or 4, I think. But I think they said as of now it's a category 5, so it might slow down just a little bit before hitting the coastline. This may have an impact on what goes down with Bitcoin, just a small one, but I want you guys just to be, just to be aware of this, because I think this plays into what's going to be happening with the election coming up. Remember, guys, it's less than 30 days, I think, away from the election. Everybody's voting, everybody's doing their thing. We may see Florida have a little bit of hiccups here because they might not be ready for all those ballots to be cast. Just like if you were to scroll up on this map, you see Georgia, Alabama, and stuff like that. Especially Georgia that got hit by the last hurricane. That may cause some issues, and that may make the election just that much more volatile. And when we talk about the election, I'm not going to focus on it too much here. But when we talk about the election, I doubt it's going to be called that night unless it's some type of crazy landslide, which I don't think we're going to have. So you may see Bitcoin doing some volatile moves as we start to have more data come in. For example, if Pennsylvania was called for Kamala Harris, you might see Bitcoin fall, where if Pennsylvania is called for Donald Trump at the end of the night, you may see, Bitcoin rise. Those type of moves are going to be very, very interesting. Now, let's go over here. Thursday. CPI data is coming out, core CPI, all that good stuff. I will be talking about it with you guys, I think, for more of a midday stream. I'm not too concerned about CPI data, to be honest. I think it'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be a huge surprise. None of the strikes that we've seen have had enough time to really get into the economy, if you will. And on top of that, oil prices haven't gone up so much that, energy prices are going to start to skyrocket and affect CPI data. So I think we're still good. My concern with CPI is, how does that affect what's happening with rate cuts? If we have a good CPI number, if we can see that rate cuts are going to be more, if the Fed has more runway to cut rates, I think that will ultimately help a lot of altcoins here. And I think that's where I'll be putting most of my capital if we do have a good CPI report here. Now, before we hop over to Bitcoin, look at all the technical analysis and stuff like that. Last 24 hours, there are some things making moves. First, Nero on Ethereum. This thing has been all over the place, so just keep that in mind if you guys are looking to trade. I know I have a little bit of this. I got it for free with a airdrop on Weeks, but I don't know if I'm actually having a profit on this right now, even though it's up 90% the last 7 days. I do not know. But yeah, we'll keep track of this here. I think it's probably the same price, so I might be breaking even right now. Breaking even on a free amount of crypto I've been given, but still. And what else? Egen, APT, Monero, and Kaspa. I mean, Kaspa is actually down 5% in the last 5 days, but in the last few hours, at least it's up a little bit more. So, we got some things moving along here. FTX token is down 9%. There was some good news earlier about it. All the creditors being refunded and stuff like that. That gave it a pop. We'll see if the pop continues. I am not a person that would ever recommend jumping into the FTT token or the FTX token. That's just me, but if you guys want to play with fire can be fun, I guess. That's why we do it. But you can hop in here, but it's not something I'm personally going to be doing here. CFX is down, Injective is down, Popcat's down. Popcat's been fantastic. Every time you see a drop like this, I've usually been buying into it. And same with World Token right here, up 11% over the last 7 days. I've been buying it up. Now, what I wanted to do here is open up JumpX. There we go. And some of you guys saw my video today, but basically some of the swing trades we've been talking about, we're down about $115 right now on those swing trades. Our Floki is down 95%, our Arbitrum is down 158%, Ethereum is down 158%, Hook is down to 30%, and WIF is up 143%, and World Token is up 136%. Overall, I'm not too concerned here because we only dropped a small amount of money in here, but I wanted to show you what this may look like on a daily chart. What happened? Now we bought over here, I'm assuming, or over here, and we've come back down. The market is moving down with a lot of these tokens, and once they start to, show some more life, I'll probably double down into them. I think where my concern comes into not just, this Arbitrum or, Ethereum or Hook or whatever. Where I'm really concerned about is, can Bitcoin get back to being bullish? I know we've talked about this so much. We've talked about this a lot here. Can Bitcoin get the MACD back above the positive, the zero line basically? Can we get back to being green? And can we see Bitcoin have that breakout that launches it back up to at least $71,000, $72,000? I think that's kind of the goal for the next month here, is can we actually make that move? So far, it's been very annoying. So far, we've been kind of just going down here with the lower highs. We finally broke a lower high right here for the first time in a while. We got some momentum building up, and by that, I mean, I think if I zoom in here enough, I think you guys can see what I'm talking about. The stochastic is bullish. The RSI is bearish at this point in the week, and this MACD right here is bearish. But you can see how momentum has been going up, 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 up. Can we get that crossover? Once we get that crossover, I'm going to be very excited to see where Bitcoin can go. We're not there yet, but we're getting closer. And that us being closer there just makes me a lot more happy. And I think it gives us another opportunity, again, to see Bitcoin go parabolic within the next few weeks. Because if it doesn't, if we don't have that stronger move, this 20-week moving average right here will eventually lead to a death cross between that and the 50. This, I think, is where I don't want to call it a doomsday scenario, but this could mean that whatever bull market we're in will probably just go into a mini bear market here, and then we have to rise all over again. I'm hoping that's not the case, but you can see that if we go back in time a little bit, let me go to the long-term charts. Get out of alerts. There we go. You can see where those death crosses are. You can see that typically stuff doesn't happen, good stuff doesn't happen after they occur. I don't want that to be the case. And there's been times where we get very close, and then Bitcoin pops off. I'm hoping that that's what happens here. Again, I am a little bit more concerned about that. But, well, that's basically where we have to keep on watching this stuff, because we're dealing with a bunch of moving averages. When we're dealing with these moving averages, typically Bitcoin is very volatile, and we're close to two of them at this point in time. The 200 isn't really in the picture at this point. I don't even know if I have the 200 on this chart here. There you go. Yeah, not even close right now. The daily, kind of choppy here. Again, we have this uptrend here, and that's doing fine. But for me right now, until we start to see some of that bullish moves, I think I'm just going to be dollar cost average. I don't even see really much of a reason to be doing too much trading. I told you guys we might make a play up towards, what did I say, like $63,000, and we did make the play up there. But I mean, we didn't even hold for too long. Let me see if I can push this over here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. And when did I give this to you? Saturday. Probably up here. No, I don't even know when I give you guys that video. It might have been last Friday. So, yeah, right here. So, we're at 62,000. We ended up going all the way to 64,500, so that actually blew away my expectations. But you can see every time we had these big moves, those whales are right there selling off large quantities to try to keep us down. I don't like seeing that, as you guys know. Typically, that makes me a little bit more afraid that we're going to have a larger move down. And that's why right now I'm just basically playing it safe, watching to see what happens, because although Bitcoin, the momentum is pushing us down right now, the fact that we have CPI data coming out later on this week, the fact that we are close to these two moving averages right here, means if we get a good CPI rating where people think that we're going to have good rate cuts ahead of us, guess what? You could see Bitcoin slingshot right through these moving averages, having a big boom and going straight to $65,000. And that's where I'm just a little bit more concerned about trying to make a definitive play right now. I think it's okay to be like, you know what? I'm going to chill. I'm going to wait. And then, when that move happens, I'll be happy to grab on. The 4-hour charts for you guys, before we kind of cool off here and just talk for a little bit. These 4-hour charts have, they've just been, they've been interesting. You can see with the bullish sign right here, that ended up doing okay. Even went a little bit higher if you wanted to trade that secondary breakout where you had that right there. Momentum. Not the best momentum, but you had some momentum there with the stochastic. You could still make some moves there. For me, remove them. I got one more over here. Okay. If we get the 4-hour chart looking good and we have a breakout, I'd buy that for a swing trade up maybe towards $65,000, $66,000. I think that's the way to play it right now if you're looking at those 4-hour charts, which typically have been doing okay, not fantastic, but okay. Or if you guys want to do some shorter term trades, you guys can do the 1 hourly chart. But this hour chart was just too volatile for me to really get into it. Again, some of these breakouts, they seem nice. Those breakouts seem nice. But if we're not having too much of a breakout, it doesn't seem like it's worth it to hold for too long. Maybe 10 to 15 hours is what I'm looking for today. So keep an eye on that. See if we can get a push. The push, I don't think, would bring us all the way back up here to 63.5, 64,000. But back over here towards the middle zone, around 63 to 63.2. I think that's a reasonable level to try to scale out at. There to there. That's basically what I'm looking for here today, guys. All right, now let's go back over here. Is this the right one? Yep, okay. MACD, stochastic, there we go. Let's push this over here to the 4. All right, actually daily. Daily will work better right here. Now, as far as everything else, just a quick little scan. Ethereum doing okay. It's still in the uptrend. Is it good? I would just say it's okay. Solana doing okay. A lot of sideways action here. It hasn't come down to that support level like Ethereum has. It's actually still holding up fairly well. A lot of moving averages, a lot of volatility. Be careful if you guys do not know what you're doing, especially with leverage trades there. Oil came down hard today, getting rejected by the 200 daily moving average. I don't exactly know what the news was, but I think if I checked for a little bit, I could probably find out what had happened. And the dollar index continues to rally here, which is not a good sign for Bitcoin. Hopefully, this consolidation will not end in a continuation, but will end up in a reversal. And I think this is where Bitcoin starts to go back up towards $65,000, $66,000 here. So good news overall, I would say, but it's just the reality is Bitcoin remains bearish at this point, which of course is just going to make everybody, I don't know how to describe it. People are like, we still got to wait. And I totally understand that at this point here. So, okay, I see this. Oh, that's the dollar index. Okay. This Bitcoin, 15-minute chart like that. And there we go. The end of days for Tampa. I know it's been rough for them. Spend $500 outsourcing. Oh yeah. So what's with this HBD documentary unveiling who made Bitcoin tonight? Okay, so I don't exactly know, to be honest. There's a lot of hype around it. I'm just kind of saying it's a whole bunch of marketing about who the real guy is out there. I think once I see it and I'm able to kind of watch it and see their thought process and how the detectives cracked the secret, then we'll see. But I guarantee if you guys go on Twitter later on tonight, and I don't know if it comes up tonight or what day it comes out, maybe tonight. But if you go on Twitter or X later on tonight, you're going to see a whole bunch of news. There's going to be a whole bunch of nerds on there saying, hey, this is wrong, this is right, oh my God, all that type of stuff. So you may even see a token made in his name if there isn't one already. For me, I don't think they're going to have the right person, but I think it's just all marketing and games and stuff. But, we'll see. I think it'll be kind of fun to watch it. And hey, I'm really happy to see my man Guten Tag. Saw the FTX news. FTX news has been great so far. I've been happy to see them get back on the feet to a degree. I don't think they're going to come back as an exchange. Maybe they could sell the exchange or something. I'm not entirely sure, but Sam Bankman-Fried is in jail. So is his girlfriend. So is a lot of other people. So at least they are going to be far away from the company. And I hope they don't have any more shares in the company as well, because that'd be absolutely horrible. For the company's brand, if you ask me, because I wouldn't want them anywhere near the company, of course. Let's see. Thoughts on SEI, please. What about it? Math token, my first choice. Guten Morgen to you. Let's see. This is such a boring sideways market. Plus, but this is a testament to patience, I think. The real ones will be rewarded once we push through the phase. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say, guys. This definitely has been a very boring phase. Let me just go over here to the Bitcoin monthly chart. And let me just kind of zoom in here for you guys. We're not used to these long moments typically. Over this cycle so far, we've only really had one long consolidation period, and that was right here. After a big month of going up, we waited for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. On the 7th month, we blasted off. And that's what we kind of saw here. And this was absolutely beautiful. All right, but that only took a few months, about 6 months. This time it's been, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on the 7th month. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll have that move. But I think people were more optimistic over here because, again, we were off the bottom. We were off the FTX news. We saw momentum coming, and everything was looking good. Right now, the world's on fire. Let's just put it bluntly. The world's on fire. There's not really much leadership out there. And so everything is getting a little bit more chaotic, and that chaos is not something that Bitcoin obviously likes. I will say this. We did have a consolidation way back over here before COVID. And I know COVID kind of messed that up a little bit for us. I'm going to zoom in here very fast. We had our bottom. You can think of this as like the FTX moment. We came up, we consolidated for a while. In this instance, from the low to the high, we ran up around 344%. Bitcoin did not run up 344%, but up to the high here. Actually, 378%. Not too bad. And then what happened? We went through a very long consolidation process that really started, it looks like, in July of 2019. And we ended up peaking right here in October is when things started to take off here. Excuse me, not peak, but this is when we started to take off. And that took about 15 months of consolidation, plus or minus, or I guess minus the COVID thing, because that COVID drop was just terrifying here. Whenever we break out of this, we should have a pretty seismic move to the upside. For me, again, I'm going to start selling off some of my positions right up here at 80,000. Then I'm going to sell some off around 95 to 100,000 over here. And then, by that point, around, I want to say 40% of my Bitcoin will be sold right in those areas. The rest I'm going to let ride up and see what happens. But that breakout is basically what we're hoping for. And it feels like we're not here anymore. It feels like we're waiting for one of those longer slugs. I don't even know what you want to call it. Those boring times where nothing is really happening. You can make some trades, but the trades aren't necessarily Bitcoin. We know how to trade Bitcoin right now. It's been very simple for us. It's been very good. You wait for the MACD, the stochastic, and the RSI to tell you to buy. You buy. See it, buy. I feel like in sync, but buy. That's all I'm doing. Right? You have some instances over here where it doesn't work. This one worked out pretty well. This one worked out pretty well. This one worked out well. This one worked out well. That's all we're really hoping for here. And the majority of the time it does work. You can add different breakout levels, resistance levels and stuff like that. And what that does is it just makes you not do as many trades because, you don't want to buy into resistance basically. But, here we are, and it's it's been freaking miserable, guys. I like making money. I know you guys love making money, but this has not been the easy money that I think a lot of people were expecting. If you guys want easy money, you guys literally have to buy, hold, and forget. And we're all kind of degenerates here, so we don't forget. We just kind of hold, and then we have like a painting on our wall saying, hey, here's what happens. Here's what I'm going to spend all my Bitcoin money on. For me, I don't know. Sister's tuition. Maybe I'll get a nice new car. I have no idea. But, I'm not getting no Lambo. I don't know if I could fit in a fucking Lambo. But, so something nice. I don't know. Some of you guys want to pay off bills. Some of you guys just want to have some extra cash on hand. Some of you guys, like me, understand the dollar is becoming more worthless, so you just want to hold something against the dollar. So lots of different reasons out there. I understand it. But yeah, this market, how long have we been watching this thing go sideways, basically? Pretty much since over here. It's been about 218 days of sideways market. Whenever we get back up, it'll be great. But I will always agree with you when you guys are saying how boring this market is. Yes, you are correct. You are very, very correct. Which is why I see so many influencers getting more and more crazy with this stuff, which has been very fun to watch here. Let's see. More money, more problems. See, if you're frugal, you don't have as many problems. I typically don't spend my money doing all too much here. Like, I have an older car. My biggest expense was helping my sister go to college this year. I go on a lot of trips. I would say vacationing is probably my number one expense, actually. I'm thinking, so I'm only going to Vegas, I think, this year for 2 more conferences. One's that cigar one. One's the one that's for the FinTech Money 2020, and I'll be there and I'll be having a good time. I'll spend some money, of course. But the only other trip I might do besides that is maybe go to Leavenworth. I'm thinking, I haven't been to Leavenworth in a while. It'd be nice to like look stylish with a snow outfit from like Burlington or something, you know? And then just go out there, get some Swedish meatballs, get some beers. I can make my own homemade salts, my own homemade olive oils out there. I think it'd be absolutely a blast. And I just haven't been up there for a minute, but I really want it to be snowing. So that's what I'll do with some Bitcoin money, because I expect before Christmas, before the holidays, I do expect we are going to see Bitcoin make a pretty drastic move to the upside. But that's me kind of forecasting to say, hey, those MACDs are right where we want them to be. We just need one big push, and that push could be CPI data here. Let me go over here to CPI trading economics. That is not what I'm looking for. No. Let me just search here. Nope, that's not the right one. There it is. All right, let's go to the last 3 years. Right, we're going down. Things looking pretty darn good. The last time we were down in the low 2s like this was as we were coming out of the pandemic, basically. That's how long it's been. Since about 2.6, we're at 2.5. So March of 2021. That's the last time we've had inflation this low. That was a decent time because everybody had a bunch of money in their pockets. The supply chains weren't fucked up, and we didn't like pass all those crazy bills that like just led to a lot of money printing there. So that's good. The economy was kind of wonky back there too. But the last time we went into it was way back over here, 2014, and then we were kind of negative for a while, so that wasn't too good. I think in part in 2015, I think people forget how was that. Yeah, sorry, neighbors. Also, I had to move to a different room because I tried to fix my computer and it wasn't working. I think I got my computer fixed now. I just can't have the third monitor, and hopefully that works. Anyway, 2015 was a really shitty year for the markets. Going back over here. We don't talk about it too much. 2015, really nothing happened for for Bitcoin as well. Some volatility and whatnot, but then we still managed to pop. Okay, let's go back over here very fast, settle that in. There was a little bit of news we could have talked about with CNBC. The market was up today. That was some good news. The futures are down just a little bit, but there isn't really much going on. Solana cryptocurrency could rally 400% after Trump win. We'll see that, there wasn't much here. Harris borrows from Republican playbook as she pulls ahead of Trump in new national poll. SpaceX may receive FAA license for next Starship launch in time for Sunday attempt. No, it's nothing that really makes me like, wow, that's some great news I got to know about. None of this is interesting, except for, I would say, the hurricane. And, I mean, that's because it's a hurricane and it's absolutely insane. It's just going to be blasting through. If you guys don't watch, like, the Storm Chaser videos, this would be one of the times to, like, get familiar with them because they do some really crazy stuff out there. All right, let's push this there. And I think... I think for now, I probably won't open up any new trades. I think I'll probably wait till tomorrow. That may come back to bite me in the butt here. But, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at Bitcoin have an opportunity to do a crazy thing today. But it feels like it may want to take 1 or 2 more days until we get that CPI data. If I didn't have any trades open at this moment in time, I think I would buy in. But I think because I already have trades, I'll just let them cook for a little bit here. And hey, Wilder, happy to see you, man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Get a Cadillac Blackhawk. Ooh, that sounds nice. That a little bit of money, but I think it'd be fine. You love beer? Who doesn't like beer? I love beer. I haven't had it in a minute, though. I don't know if I'm going out Friday night. I'm excited about that. I may get a beer while I'm out. It may be one of those fancy beers in a goblet, though. I like having a pitcher of beer. When I went to the horse races this year, I got invited out for a cigar event. I got one of those huge pitchers of beer. It was absolutely fantastic. More money is not more problems. It's the same problems money can't solve. Yeah, in some reasons, yeah. I just, as somebody who's had no money and who has money now, you will have problems with money, but they just don't seem to hit as much. I think where I am not the best person to really ask about that, because I've built kind of this career job YouTube trading fusion thing with myself where I can give myself some time to relax if I need it. Whether I take it or not, I that's another story. But yeah, you can't spend away all of your problems, but if you keep your expenses the same and you get more income from trading cryptocurrency or trading stocks and options, your life does get a little bit easier. You have a little more money in your pocket and you feel good about that. Of course, when we get more money, we start spending more money, and I'm no different than anybody else in that respect. I am not special in that regard. And hey, Arlek, happy to see me, man. Let me take you to Germany, please. Get some real German food. I would actually enjoy some real German food. I got a friend, Jan. He's from Germany. He goes out to Europe every now and again for these month-long vacations. But I haven't been to out there for food. I gotta go out there and try to get some food one time. Bratwurst. Ooh, bratwurst would be good. I'm smelling bratwurst right now as I'm talking about it. But yeah, I'd love some good food. It'd just be so nice. I need to go traveling more. Next year's gonna be a lot of traveling, guys. A lot of traveling. Leavenworth? Yeah, Leavenworth is this little village out here in Washington. It's like 3.5 hours away from Seattle, I think. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Leavenworth. Well, that called a village, maybe? Images. Oh, I didn't mean N. Christmas. Yeah, it's like that. Little village that has all the lights and stuff like that. You know, looks like a bunch of gingerbread houses and whatnot. People walk around. There's, restaurants, there's places to drink, have a good time. They have a tree lighting ceremony. I used to do this a lot when I was a kid. Then we just kind of stopped because there was a little bit of hassle. But, it gets packed. It's a very good time. I highly recommend it if you guys want to come to Washington and do something Christmassy and holiday with the fam. I just highly recommend it. It's a great time. When the snow's out, when it's Christmassy, you definitely get a vibe, and it kind of instills that Christmas spirit in you. Like Bitcoin hitting $100,000, that gave me some Christmas spirit. But I don't know. I feel like as you get older, at least for me, the holiday spirit doesn't really do much to me anymore. I think after my mom passed away last year, I felt like no Christmas spirit whatsoever. I was just kind of like, all right, it's Christmas, cool. Here's a gift. I get a gift. Thanks. Let's do this again next year. I feel like if I do that, I'll get a little bit more of a spice out of it. I'm gonna have to, for my house, I'm gonna get those cinnamon pine cones. I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna try to get this smell. I'm gonna try to bring back the holiday spirit this year. I can't even pronounce it. Mook and Oktoberfest. We have a lot of beer. Ooh, that sounds good. I love beer. I just haven't had a lot of it. I need to drink more of it. Let's see. So you like grilled meat and some beer? Oh yeah, grilled meat, good. Beer, good. I even like a lot of fish. This weekend I'm gonna go grab a steak. I'm gonna be excited for that steak. I'm a China Bear. I'm a China Bear. $100 calls on the 2x reverse ETF Yang. Oh, interesting, right there. China. Them putting a bunch of money into their economy, I don't think is going to solve their long-term issues. I think it's done a lot in the short term. And I would say there might be some more upside layer when it comes to China, but their assets move so fast that I'm like, I think all of that move just happened all at once. I don't know what to tell you there. But yeah, I think it's appropriate to be a little bit more bearish on China right now. China is just, man, they really messed up when they had that zero COVID policy. I didn't realize at the time, and maybe some of you guys did, how bad of a decision that was for their economy. Even it's even having effects now. Much better than the one in Kansas. Oh yeah, what do you call much better. Well, I've never been to the one in Kansas actually, but yeah, I just love going out and having a good time out there. Typically during the holidays, I'll spend some days up in Seattle. I'll spend some days downtown. I typically want to be around other people in the holidays, right? Because it's not like there's expos and stuff like that I would go to. I might go to Vegas for Christmas, you know. Not the day of Christmas, but I may do a December Vegas trip for the weekend or something. I don't know what else I may do. I think taking a train to Leavenworth, staying the night, and then coming back the next day, I think that'd be a good fun thing. Maybe even staying the whole weekend there, like, you know, take the train on Friday, get over there, and then stay, you know, Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday come back. I think that's a pretty reasonable way to go about it. China? Oh yeah, China. They're having some issues, and Bitcoin's getting pushed down here, just so you guys know. Michael, you heard Mega Millions price will increase to $5 next year. The lottery hit inflation too. I think it's hilarious because that's going to make the that may make the pot a little bit more. But remember, lotteries are just a way to tax poor people that don't have enough money to be taxed, you know. And like I want to win the lottery. I definitely want to win the lottery. But I just know the chances are so small. Like, you know, instead of buying 2 or 3 tickets, you're just going to buy one. So I don't understand it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this whole process works out. The good thing is there's tons of other lotteries besides the Mega Millions, right? So I'm curious to see if the Mega Millions overall has more investment or less investment into it. Like people, you know, the overall money they're making, is it going to be less or more? And if those people that don't want to buy $5 tickets, right? If I can buy two tickets for $4 right now with the Mega Millions, and I have 2 different chances with 2 different sets, I'm more likely to like that than just have one number for $5. Doesn't that make more sense? At least for me, it does. And then with the new numbers, with the other options, I guess, lottery options, if there's $1 tickets or $2 tickets still there, I'd get 5 $1 tickets so I can have 5 different chances, or 2 $2 tickets to have 2 different options for $4. I feel like that's so much of a better option for me. But I can see where people might still like it. But yeah, I don't know. Mega Millions, I don't know what they're doing. I saw that all over Twitter today. Or excuse me, TikTok, all over the place. New Year's in Vegas, as a pretty good did that one year. New Year's in Vegas may be interesting. That may be a really fun there. I don't know what I'd do. I mean, my grandparents would probably invite me to a party or something like that. They always do, but I always decline. I could always say yes one year. But New Year's in Vegas would be fun. I'd have to have somebody to go with me. I feel like New Year's in Vegas by myself would be kind of boring. But if I had somebody with me, that'd probably change things up a little bit. But I don't know if any of my friends would want to go to Vegas for New Year's. But yeah, maybe I'll hang with my grandparents. Or like I go to a party with my grandparents, but like they're hanging out with the old folks. I'm hanging out with people my age, basically. Stocks are green and Bitcoin just being kept down. Am looking for that the bids and offers. Bidder comes in, then some institutional money comes in with a strategic sell order to keep it down, pump and dump. Yeah, actually, Wisdom, we were just talking about this at the beginning of the stream here. I feel like I've actually just zoomed out a little bit on this 15-minute chart. You'll see it right there. Yeah, we've had some opportunities. We just keep on getting slammed here. And when I see those slams, it doesn't really make me excited about what's happening here unless we find a way to hold support. So if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, as long as we don't break down really below like 60,000, I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm content. If we start breaking down below this, I know it's going to be a bad move. It looks like we're trying to push down right now, maybe back down to 61,176, then maybe consolidate a little more. We need, after this move down that we're making, we need to have that rally back up. It doesn't need to go all the way back up here to this high that we saw a few days ago, back over here on 66,000. We just have to get it back up here towards the mid 60s, like 64, 63, and the market will keep, the momentum will carry us on to better things. It just won't happen all at once. And especially when we're looking at these types of plays where we wanted to make that kind of rally there is an exception to what I said, and that is CPI data coming out right here on Thursday. We could consolidate, then go boom like this, and see what happens. I would say we typically have volatility on CPI, but then the big move happens a couple days afterwards. So the direction that we go, it may take a few days anyway, which again will allow us to cool off and then have that bigger move. I'm anticipating that bigger move, but momentum isn't there yet. So again, I may be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I think that's fine for me right now. Am I getting my own room on the train? I don't know if I need my own room on the train for a 3.5 hour train ride, but I don't know much about train rides besides commuter trains. So if it's like nice, yeah, probably. I know I'm not gonna get like a whole train car or something, but like a little room just for like 2-3 people can fit in there and like actually like lay down and like relax. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I think that'd probably be the best way to go, especially on the way back when I'm exhausted. Yeah, I think that'd be the best way to go. Took a train from Sacramento to Reno once. Great fun. Ooh, that sounds pretty fun too. I highly recommend it, Villaret. It was absolutely fantastic. Anyone else in the direct path of Hurricane Milton? I've been boarding up all day long. Gambit, be safe. I've been hearing all types of crazy stories about Milton and kind of where it's heading. I know you're probably somewhere in that area. Be safe, my man. And I know you know your area better than I know your area. But yeah, man, be safe because I'm looking at all those videos, looking at everything on like Twitter and whatnot. Let me see if I can go over here to Twitter very fast. Take a sip of water. All right. Katrina, Milton, Helene, just large things. WWE, Phillies, Bruins, Mania, where's Milton? Putin, Harper, Logan Act. Wow, Milton really went down quite a bit. I guess it has its spurts on X. There we go. Hurricane Milton. So we got DeSantis. There's the video or the picture I just showed you guys a few seconds ago, but can I zoom in on this? There you go. Let's get rid of that. So this is 40 minutes ago. 8 p.m. update on Hurricane Milton. No change in strength with this advisory, and the system remains a powerful Category 5 with 165 mile-hour winds. I am glad you're boarding up your house now and not like in 24, 36 hours. Mesmerizing NASA astronaut Matthew Dominic releases time-lapse footage of showing Hurricane Milton from space. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's fucking massive. Yeah, so that's heading towards Florida, basically. Jeez, it's like a mountain in space. Yeah, see that. So, again, be safe, man. Be very, very safe. There's so much coverage of this happening right now. That's all it is. And you've just seen it slowly move over, and you've seen the rain already start going over here. Let's see. Don't forget about us. We're people too. We are Americans. We need help. Yeah, let's see. So Hurricane Milton re-strengthened to a Category 5 with a 165 mile wind on Tuesday evening. Today is Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday evening. So yeah, good luck, man. You're in the middle. Oh, geez. Well, at least you're not directly on the coastline. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that, my man. Am I planning to watch the Bitcoin documentary tonight on HBO Max? I might watch it tonight. I might not. I don't know what my plans are for tonight just yet. I have to check on my phone after the stream. And then maybe I go to the cigar lounge. I don't know. I have a couple different potential options. But yeah, I'm in a cigar lounge in a minute, so maybe I'll do that. But I may watch it on my phone at the cigar lounge. It's just that I don't really put much like... they're going to have to come with some facts if they want me to believe that they really know who Nakamoto is. Like, they really know everything, you know? They're going to have to, like, convince me thoroughly. And I just don't know if they have what it takes to do that just now. AI put a bid at 60,000 again if its support is lost, but man, we want to see movement for some cool RIs. Making more money with stocks. Good to diversity, just my bias. Oh yeah, I mean, stocks have been working out a lot better here. I made a whole video about how the market was supposed to be going up, and of course the stock market went up, but the crypto market's like, blah. Oh, it went up, but just not as much as we were hoping for, I should say that. The path just shifted south, so now the eye is going right over my location. I'll try to get some good footage, though, Michael. Most I'm worried about is tornadoes spinning off. Oh, I didn't even think about tornadoes. Yeah, see, there's so much more stuff that somebody in Washington State, I just don't know the system. I don't know how things work out. We don't even have, like, boarding up your windows. People don't even know how to do that here. You know, hurricane shutters and, like, wind shutters, we don't even have that here. It's just totally different. You want your 750 from FEMA? Oh man, have you heard about MetaPlanet, Japanese version of MicroStrategy, publicly traded? I just heard about it. I have not, Larry. Let me look that up though, because I think that might be interesting. MetaPlanet. There you go. Investing in founders to fund the future. Is this it? Let me know if this is it, Larry. USA. No, this can't be. This is investing in too much stuff here. Artificial intelligence, biotech. I fucking hate biotech. I hate biotech with a fucking passion. It's so volatile. Let's see. Yeah, let me know more about it. I'd be happy to look it up though. I'm out of the East Coast, north of Daytona. It's coming right at us across the state. Thankfully, it should weaken overland. That's what I've been hearing. But then I see like the post from X saying, you know, now it's speeding up again and stuff like that. So I'm like, Lord, let's slow this down a little bit here. I see Ron DeSantis is out there. I've been seeing a lot of videos of him doing press conferences and basically he's just saying in a very nice way, get the fuck out. In certain, like if you live in this area, get the fuck out. If you live in this area, get the fuck out. You don't have to pay tolls. So if you don't have to pay tolls, get the fuck out. You know, that's all I hear him saying is get the fuck out, get the fuck out. To certain neighborhoods in the state. It's more promo. Nobody knows Nakamoto. It's bullshit and more promo. That's my first instinct. That's definitely my first instinct. But I will give the video a chance to see if it can change my mind. Hurricane Andrew was 5 that hit Florida. Yeah. Storm surge. Yeah, the storm surge, of course, is going to be bad. But man, the silt that comes along with that storm surge is going to be crazy. I put in MetaPlanet stock. Let's see. MetaPlanet stock. Maybe it's on Finviz, you know? I guess Yahoo Finance should probably have a link to it, right? No website. Wow, really? Short community profile. There we go. MetaPlanet. Secure the future with Bitcoin. Interesting. Company manifesto. MetaPlanet Inc., a publicly traded company listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, has embarked on a strategic transformation. By leveraging Bitcoin as its principal treasury reserve asset, MetaPlanet will utilize excess cash flows and implement a corporate governance, including financial management strategies such as debt and equity financing, to further its Bitcoin accumulation. This strategy pivot is driven by Bitcoin's unique attributes, including its absolute scarcity and apolitical monetary policy. I like how they have AI photos in their website. AI is everywhere these days. Investment, consulting, real estate. All right. I like what I see here. Okay, so there's the team. All right. Let's see. Oh, I was like, this guy is not Yoshi Kimura, but he's Tyler Evans. Okay, that makes sense. David Spencer. Oh no, that's David. Is that David Spencer? The way these names are very confusing. Like there's 3 names, 2 faces, 2 names. You know what I mean? Oh, but if I hover over it, okay. It's side by side. I see. So this is Tyler. This is Jason. This is David. Oh, okay. Damn. Sometimes I'm just very, very simple, guys. Sometimes I'm very simple. Investors, MMX Ventures, UTXO Management. I've heard of these guys in Soar Ventures. These guys are pretty interesting from what I remember. This would have been like maybe a year ago I first started hearing about these guys. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin Startup Lab, Bitcoin Layers, BitLayer. I mean, look at this. This is all, they have Kraken. They're in everything related to crypto. You see them at different events across the United States. Best in Slot, what is that? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is, but that's interesting. Avalon. The hub for Bitcoin, LSD, Fi, and CD Fi lending. Oh, okay. Borrow stablecoins at a fixed rate starting as low as 8%. As low as 8%. Boy, I don't know about that rate right there. What if we get the $750 from FEMA and put it into Bitcoin? That could be the next catalyst for the bull run right there. Let's see. I'm happy, Gambit. You don't have to worry about too much of this stuff there. As long as you're in a good area, I'm happy for you, man. I just don't want you to be like, whisked away. Get the F out. Get advice. Oh, very, very, very much so. Will Milton make Bitcoin bullish? I doubt it. Really, the news for this week, at the same time as Milton, I believe, is making landfall, is we're going to be having CPI data. I think that's going to be something I'd be much more paying attention to. Like, as far as like a trader, I'd be more invested in that. Personally, though, this hurricane is a freaking huge deal, and the South has just been getting fucking killed by hurricanes this year, so I just feel really bad for everybody down there. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm hoping it's so boring that the media just stops talking about it. That's how boring I want it to be, because that means nobody's hurt, nobody's getting killed, all that type of stuff. But the media is having a field day of making it seem apocalyptic. So, but that's the media. They're going to do that regardless. I never take the aluminum shutters off the windows that don't face the street. Hey, there you go. Save yourself some time, man. Who's this Satoshi Nakamoto you speak of? If you want to know, you have to watch the HBO Max special tonight. When it drops, I'm sure, again, go over to X, and they'll probably have somebody talking about it. I mean, let's see. Bitcoin. New HBO documentary on Satoshi and Bitcoin, October 8th, We'll have to see. Let's see. I don't see much news about it just yet. That's a lie. That's not what it said. And if history rhymes, we're in for some good times. I mean, I'm hoping we rhyme, but I don't know. How many times have you guys seen lines like this on a chart posted on X, and it's not really working. It's not really doing the best for because the lines end up failing or something. If we go to 260,000, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. I'll be very, very excited. I just really want the economy to do well. And I really want the economy to be doing well right now. I really do. If it doesn't, oh God, we're so fucked. Per Forbes, HBO's theory relies on a message from Peter Todd claiming to be the world's leading expert on how to sacrifice your bitcoins. HBO characterized this as admission he destroyed access to Satoshi's Bitcoin, a claim Todd denies. Not incredibly compelling, to be honest. We'll see. Yeah, that's not very compelling. But again, we haven't seen the evidence just yet, right? What's going on here? March, October, 245 days. March, 245 days. No, it's been longer. See, I hate when they do shit like this. I don't like it. I show you guys this data all the time, and then let's go open image. No, not save image. Open a new tab. There you go. So I can actually zoom in here. See, when you draw these lines, what does that line even mean? Like, we were consolidating well before that. You go over here. We weren't consolidating when this line started. We started consolidating right here. And then, of course, you go over here. This was a little bit more accurate as far as when we started consolidating, but it was again 2 weeks afterwards. So, we didn't have a breakout until way back over here anyway. So they manipulate the charts for their own likes and, engagements, which I'm like, But yeah, all you had to know is Bitcoin's consolidating right now. Oh shit, that's pretty big. And that's kind of the gist of what's going on here. We just got to wait it out. There you go. 60,000, 65,000. That's us. We're moonwalking right now. We're trying. We're not really doing much, but we're trying. And every time we try, it's like the owner pulls us back a little bit, basically, or the lack of friction is taking over. Bitcoin's still bullish, but it won't last long. It is not bullish right now. I don't even know what people are talking about that. Bitcoin is testing its 20-day moving average this morning after successfully holding 6 days. Oh, this is October 7th. This is from yesterday, really, yeah. Interesting. All right. Money Electric, the Bitcoin mystery. I'm really curious to see if this gets a lot of views or not here. The end of gold versus Bitcoin debate. Oh, okay. I'm more of a Bitcoin guy than gold myself. I own gold. I like it to a certain degree. It's just not the same. Bitcoin's next move. Donald Trump leads prediction markets. Anything else? Boss twins. There's definitely a push from the crypto community to try to get Trump elected right now. This video is just engagement farming. This is not true. It is for fiat currency. You can even see it in the video. That'd be really cool to be able to transfer Bitcoin like that, though. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, you can see it's just, I don't know what you call that, but it's editing. It shows a dollar amount and it gets transferred over, and right? But I think that looks so cool. I love having HD technology like that. When it looks good and it has a practical use, oh man, is it going to make me happy? Let's see. See, if Bitcoin doesn't reach 100K by the end of the year, it'd be a disappointment. I mean, yeah, it'll be a huge disappointment. I think a lot of people think Bitcoin's going to rally, me included. But if there's news, or something that really just doesn't allow Bitcoin to reach that 100K milestone, I think a lot of people will probably just be fed up with it. They'll stop paying attention to it for a while, and they'll come back when Bitcoin's going to all-time highs again. For most people out there, not everybody, but for a lot of people out there, they just don't want to watch Bitcoin go sideways every single day. You guys like watching it, I think, and I like it because I can still make money during these sideways markets. But some people just want to say, hey, there's a breakout. Let's buy. Let's hold for a couple months. Let's walk with a handful of cash, and let's do it again next year. There's people like that, and I totally understand that. They got some jobs. Time is precious to them and stuff like that. They just don't have the time. Maybe they got 2 jobs or something. They just don't have the time to do it. So I understand. It can just be very, very, very boring sometimes. All right. Anyway, here's Loki. He wants another treat. He's coming to say hi. You got to come get your treat. Yeah. Like he put his legs so far back out that he's like overextending to try to get it. Come here. Okay. Yeah. Come here. The way he's standing is so funny. All right. But yeah, let's go back over here very fast. Shiba's annoying me. What with that wallet 1880 and the OH awesome discovery liquidation maps this week? Oh, I mean, for Shiba Inu, I do like it quite a bit, but man, dollar cost average, wait for it to pop, sell. I don't day trade it. I don't swing trade it. I just want to buy and then wait for it to pop, and then I'm happy. Because when it pops, it's Shiba just is great. It's actually, I think it outperforms Dogecoin when it pops right now. But again, that could take some time here for Shiba Inu to have such a pop like we've seen before. Can we see 48,052 in October? Most likely not for like October. Maybe end of December if things get really, really bad. Yeah, but again, momentum isn't showing us that just yet. Why did we forget about NFTs? So I had to take an Altoid. I love Altoids. But NFTs just kind of lost their value. People didn't really have a reason to buy into them. Like, at first, it was a form of art, you know, but then so many people were making them. They weren't really unique, you know, and people just like, why am I holding this? And then when you try to sell it on the secondary market, right, you bought it for $20,000 and you try to sell it. You know, it's not like normal art where somebody will be like, okay, I'll buy it for $18,000 or $20,000 or $22,000. No. If you bought that ticket for $20,000, another guy would come around and say, that's a good NFT. I'll offer you $500 for it. You know what I mean? It's just, oh man, it's just not the same thing anymore. So I don't know. I've never really enjoyed NFTs. I think the new NFTs are, what are the new NFTs, guys? Ordinals, I think that's what it was called. That's what I heard over in Bitcoin Nashville. Ordinals crypto. Let's see. This is from Chainlink. What are ordinals? Bitcoin NFTs explain. So they're Bitcoin NFTs. There you go. So ordinals are a means of creating Bitcoin NFTs by attaching data such as images, videos, and more to an individual Satoshi on the base Bitcoin blockchain. Right? So all those Satoshis that make up the blockchain, all that good stuff. You own one of those, and you put your video onto it, and therefore it's forever in the blockchain as that one, and you own it. You know, because you can't really manipulate the Bitcoin blockchain unless you, like, you know, go in the future and, you know, change everything. It's too difficult. But it says it was launched on the Bitcoin mainnet by developer Casey Rodamar on January 20th, 2023. Ordinal NFTs are simply the latest way to create an NFT on Bitcoin, while non-fungible tokens, NFTs, on Bitcoin aren't a new concept, with layer 2 networks on top of Bitcoin such as Counterparty and Stacks already enabling Bitcoin-based NFTs. Ordinal NFTs feature a fundamentally different architecture to other Bitcoin NFTs. Right? So that's what I've been seeing getting hyped up. I believe there's an event happening. Like, you guys know, I was just in Salt Lake City. There's an event happening this week over there. It's called Permissionless Blockchain Conference. There you go. Yeah. So Permissionless 3, it starts tomorrow and it ends on Friday. You can buy tickets if you want to. How much are the tickets? Whoa. Okay, well, the $900, I don't know who wants to buy that, but if you wanted to, you could. I mean, I guess I can get a free ticket, but I don't want to go back to Salt Lake City so soon after just leaving. But yeah, so Blockworks and Bankless present Permissionless 3. The cheapest pass is $899. If you guys are a student, get that $99 ticket right there. If you're not a student, yeah. Oh, if you're a hacker, you can try to get into free, or you have to be able to participate, I guess. So I don't know, but let's see. I don't know any of these speakers. Tom Emmer, I know him. Mike Lee, I've heard of him. You know, just this people in the political space. Nobody really of note speaking at this conference here. Yeah, nobody of real consequence. So any of these guys ring a bell to you? Not to me. But again, I'm not a deep diver into like cryptocurrency, you know, whatever they're talking about. So I like to trade, I like to make money. I like to look for investments, but they're usually not like that. Sorry. Gotta pour some natural artisan water into my cup. Alright. But let me see right here. Themes. U.S. election and policy, consumer, and restaking layer 2s. AI and crypto, Bitcoin renaissance, multi-chain. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. It seems like if you want to go here, you're looking to learn a bunch of stuff. because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Like here's the 2023 highlights. Here you go. Okay. Registration. Okay. Okay, there we go. We have an image of it very fast. This is basically what it looks like. It doesn't look that large, does it? I mean, look at it. I mean, if you guys go to expos, I've been to very large expos, very small expos. This seems like a small expo, doesn't it? You got like a few booths over here. Got a little resting session. You know, got a booth over here. I'm not talking about the business because people can kind of float in and out all day. But, you know, there's not so much going on here. Let's see. They have a car. That's kind of nice. Trying to see if I can get another overview. See, I'm not the type of individual that can make money off of any of this stuff. But yeah, so, I mean, that looks like a pretty healthy crowd. Wait for it. There you go. That's a pretty healthy size crowd, I would say. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on over there this week. Honestly, have no idea what the topic of this is, though, besides, you know, just a regular crypto conference. So I'm guessing it's just like a smaller version of the Nashville one I went to, or the Consensus one I went to as well. But I like the art, you know, there's art places for those of you guys like art. There's banking styles, looks like Giddy, create your wallet, play Plinko, win. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to play Plinko, but, you know, unless you guys are fans of what's that show? I don't watch it anymore because the old guy died. Bob Barker died. Ever since he died, the other guy's been horrible. You know what I'm talking. Price is Right. That's what I'm talking about here. But yeah, so I don't have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be some nice parties here, but as somebody who now visited Salt Lake City, there are so many drinking laws I did not know existed. So, you know, I'd be making a fool of myself over there. I'm up 76% on DJT as of closing the 500 shares that threw in dice at 1250. Nice, dude, nice. As the election gets closer and closer, you should see it become more and more volatile. If Trump wins, that stock is going to fly. And hey, Sin, happy to see my man. NFTs are kind of dumb. A lot of people don't see the value in NFTs, and I completely understand it. They need to change. I don't know. They have to be able to sell it, like, you know, sell that it's worth that value. And so far they haven't like had a good appreciation you know, rate, if you ask me. To buy Bitcoin is too much and too high, but there is a way to buy Satoshis for one Satoshi coin. What do you think, Michael? I mean, I would just buy 0.001 Bitcoin, like half a Bitcoin, quarter of a Bitcoin, tenth of a Bitcoin. That's typically what I go for. I don't buy like whole Bitcoins at a time. You know, I buy like 5% of a Bitcoin, 2% of a Bitcoin, 10% of Bitcoin, and I just kind of hold it. But I don't really do those buys unless we're below that 100 weekly moving average or that 150 weekly moving average. Like, let's pop this open right here. Let's do this. Let's make this a 150. Let's make this an orange. And let's make this into the weekly chart. Right. When we're below that, it's usually a good time to load up on Bitcoin. When we're not, you're typically shaving off positions of Bitcoin here. That 150 has been good to us so far, and I'm going to continue to use it. If you guys are like me also and you just want to buy a little bit sooner than later, I would say 100 is probably what I prefer to go through. But you can see the 100 right here, bounced off. When he broke down, it was okay to buy up there. Buy, break out there, looking nice. We are getting a little bit closer, but at this point, it's still at like around $42,000. We're not too close. We do have a little bit of support typically when we come towards it. Not always, though. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Let's get back up here. 15, there you go. Until then, Bitcoin's going sideways like just like an annoying time. There we go. Trying trying to see if there's anything else here that would make it worth it. No, it just seems like an expo. It just seems like a normal expo. Karate Combat. Yeah, I almost went to this. Pickleball. Oh, geez, pickleball. Pickleball's making making moves. Van Neck is sponsoring it. That's interesting. Let's see. Hackathon, themes, speakers, tickets, sponsorships. So here's side events. Maybe they have side events. Side events are all the fun stuff here. I don't see anything that has to do with alcohol, so I'm probably not about that lifestyle. There you go, the Bull Happy Hour from 3 to 5. Bitcoin and Brews. Sip and Sync. I don't know. Coffee meetup. I don't know. I mean, there's probably something you could do here. I think, once you just go to a few expos, you realize that a lot of them are pretty much the same. And I like going to expos for what's on the floor, not just the side events. But the more I see the floor events, I'm like, oh, I've seen you here, I've seen you there, I've already seen you, so it gets a little bit different. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Turbo's making a move right now. Popcat's making, or I thought it was making a move, but it's not. Turbo's making a move right now. If any of you guys want to go trading that one, it's been making a move, I think, the last couple of days here, actually. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. Dip and a rip, plus a breakout that happened right there. Momentum taking you higher and higher. Okay. But okay, buddy, I'm going to end the stream right now. I'm going to try to go live twice tomorrow just because we are going to have an important week and there's just so much news I want to cover with you guys. I will start putting out some more content, I think, soon. But again, relax. This market is going to continue to be volatile and boring, unfortunately. Check out that 12-hour chart, check out that 4-hour chart, and check out that daily chart, especially the daily chart. We're going to have some real big volatility here soon where we're going back above 64, 65,000, or we're going to come all the way back down here to like 58,000. It won't be fun, but those are the two options we have. We're in the middle zone, basically, and I don't really trade too much here. I want to wait for the breakout or the breakdown, and that's what I'm looking for. Justin, new HBO documentary claims Peter Todd is Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto. There you go. That's what Watcher Guru just posted, so I'll look at that very fast before I hop out of here. Not Telegram, but Twitter. There you go. This guy. This is who they say is Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever his name is. Let's see. Push this up. There we go. How funny was Satoshi? Peter Todd. Let me go over here. Paste. This guy, maybe? I mean, it could be. I don't know. Now, I feel like this guy's just going to get a bunch of followers from this, basically, and that'll be it. But yeah. And, at the same time, the dude is, talking about a shit token. I don't know. Let's see. He's milking it, but I would milk it too for free views and stuff, so can't blame him for that. Okay, Peter Todd. No. I just want to search Peter Todd. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Peter Todd. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it was nice talking to you guys. See you, Kilo. See everybody. We'll be streaming a couple times tomorrow. I know people are a little bit tired here because it's been a very, very long week, but looking to X right now, there are going to be a lot of people talking about it. And I think you're right there, Johan Kim. It's better to not know who he is. If we know who he is, I feel like there'll just be much more chaos, or people might actually dump Bitcoin based on knowing who he is, right? So